Hey beauties, welcome back to Tisha's Tank, where I break down the brilliant, brave, and bodacious aspects of B3 Media Productions. And I love production. So on this show, you can expect me to break down some production terms, talk a little bit more about the things that we do in our productions, and give you a glimpse into some of the magic behind the scenes. Today, we are talking about My Life Unveiled. This is such a special show, y'all. Hosted by Jasmine Moore. For those of you who do not know who Jasmine Moore is, you must be under a rock because this sister is everywhere, okay? She is a mother, she is a servant leader in a church. She has nonprofits, she works in healthcare. I mean, she's a producer of her own. She's always putting on fantastic events that empower women, that advocate for women, women's rights. I mean, it is very little that this young lady doesn't do. And so I am so happy that I was able to produce her visual podcast, My Life Unveiled. One of the things that I like about B3 Media Productions is that I really took the time to make sure no show was shot just the same. Um, every show is different. We have different sets, the format is different, the topics are different. And so, what I love the most about My Life Unveiled is the production. So we shoot My Life Unveiled at the Rec in Philly. Shout out to the Rec. It is a community space where producers and artists of all kinds have just space to create and just be who they authentically are. And I grew up in public access TV, media centers. So this place feels like home to me. Out of all the sets that I'm on, this is definitely one of my favorites because there's a lot of bright colors. I'm around a bunch of people just like me, just weirdos and being creative and just being free. And so I just love the atmosphere, puts me in a creative mode. The people are fantastic there. And it is, you can tell it's a safe space for Jasmine. And that's one thing I want you to know as a producer, as a director, is very important that the location that you're filming your talent in, they are feeling safe. They are comfortable there because if they're not, it's going to show up on camera, right? And so I love that she's a member there and she was able to create in the space that she is most familiar in. So Jasmine does a really nice job of bringing women on who are sharing their journeys unapologetically and just keeping it real. Like she has this like cool, calm, and collected vibe. So the energy is always right. People are always just chilling, laid back. She has this music element to it, which I absolutely love because I'm a huge music head. And she asks people about what song best represents their lives. It's just my jam, to be honest with you. It's just all things that I love that really resonate with me and who I am. So let's get into the brilliant, bold, and bodacious. The brilliant part, I'm gonna say, is Jasmine. Okay, she's the visionary. She came up with this concept, and honestly, with some of the other shows, I had to massage them a little bit and just kind of put my spin on it to make it unique and in some type of way. Similar to TKO songs, Jasmine didn't need me to do that. Jasmine knows what she wants. She knows what she wants it to look like. She knows what she wants to say. My job is just to make sure it looked good, and she made that easy for me because she found a fantastic location. And so the brilliance was Jasmine just coming up with this idea, coming up with this concept, the way that she just lets the conversation move and flow and it's not kind of interview blocked out. I think just really provides nice texture, if you will, to the network. So brilliant, brilliant lady, brilliant host, brilliant interviewer. And I'm I'm gonna say one of the brave things that Jasmine does is ask people those tough questions.
You know, I know one of the quotes that I always hear you say is take the advice you give, right? So, what did you have to do? Because I'm pretty sure it's nothing you haven't done that you tell other people to do. So, what is that piece of advice?
The first thing I had to do was stop putting so much pressure on myself to get to a destination or to compare my present to someone else's present or to feel like I didn't do enough or to feel like my past disqualified me and all the many accusations the enemy is always trying to bring. It's about.
I mean, the things that Brittany was talking about in this episode, you know, I remember she used the word prostituting. And I still don't know if she been like prostitute, or like the other kind of prostitute, but you just doing anything for money. Like you're not necessarily having sex for money, but you are, it's an exchange. You're doing things that you might not necessarily want to do in order to make money. Either way, it was deep. And that's why I always say, in the last episodes I talked about, man, production thing is about entertainment. You got to make it sexy. You got to make it vibration. Like you got to give me some juice and give me something to make me have some shock value where I'm like, oh my gosh, did you hear what they just said? And so Brittany, definitely, I would have never known or guessed anything that she said about herself. Well, the things that she's gone through, her talking about like being an artist and all the things we know artists have to go through, the drugs and all the parties, and I would have never guessed all that about Britney. So like there's a lot of bravery that happens on this show. Wait till you see the next episode. You're gonna learn more about women where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. But this show isn't rooted in that. This show is rooted about the journey and moving from that, and what did it take, and how did God really lead you to move from those things. So that's the one thing that I just love about the bravery about this show and the bodacious side of it. Jasmine is bold. Her confidence, when I say Jasmine is bold, some of you who might know her, it's a no-brainer for you. Like, oh, of course. But for those of you who don't know her, or who haven't been able to be in her space, she exudes confidence. She has a command presence about her. When she's in a room, you know she's there. Her hair is laid. Her face is beat. She's cute. And even if that's the other thing about, like, she's my kind of gal because, she don't gotta she's not like dressy all the time. I'm not like that either. But hoodie, t-shirt, or blazer, like, she's there. And when she interacts with people, she's like, hey, how are you? She looks you in the eye. She's keeping in contact with you. I don't care if you knew her for 5 seconds. She's going to get your Instagram. You're going to follow her. You're going to know her. She just really brings people in and engages with people in a loving way. And that is her being her makes this entire show bodacious. So I love My Life Unveiled. One of the things that I like to say, like going forward with this, I can't wait to tell Jasmine's story on My Life Unveiled. She's been through some things. Some of you who have been to her events or may have read her books know what she's been through, but I can't wait to put it on camera because I know there's a lot of healing on the other side of that for some other women who are far, who don't get to be in her space a lot. And I can't wait to do that part of the show. And so I'm going to wrap this up by saying My Life Unveiled, just again, another nice texture. I say it's the texture of the show, the warm colors, the warm voice, the chill vibe. It's just a really nice addition to B3 Media TV. And so I hope you enjoyed this director's cut of My Life Unveiled. If you have any questions for me about production or what we've done to create this look, feel free to put it in the comments. If you have any tips or tricks for me, I love to hear them too. And until next time, thank you for watching Tisha's Take, and I will see you tomorrow where we are breaking down Single in the Street. I can't wait.
Are you looking for compelling and relatable content? Well, look no further than B3 Media TV. Our lineup of shows explore the diverse experiences of women that are both entertaining and thought-provoking. We are B3 Media TV.